Hey, Canada. Central planners. They're continually confounded as to why. Why? All this central planning we do, all this manipulation, all this price speculation, this distortion of the economy. We've put all hands on deck and so much effort into creating, you know, the exact kind of board game that we think the players, the people, the masses, want to play, but yet they're still not choosing to participate. What the fuck is going on? They're constantly, that's what they're saying all the time, right? Central banks and government, central planners, full on collectivists, they just don't understand. Why? Because I think, I will say, first off, I mean, this ain't the end all be all, but I'm going to tell you, if a lot of these people, I have to wonder, did any of these people ever watch Star Trek? Especially the Next Generation? Because if they did, Gene Roddenberry and his philosophy would help better educate and inform these idiots as to what collectivism versus the individual is all about. It's that whole Borg, right? The collective mentality. It's like, but wait now, we're given a central plan narrative. Shouldn't everybody just fall in line? Well, no. No. Unfortunately for you, fortunately for us, we are not the Borg. We are autonomous individuals. Every single one of us, the 7+ billion of us on the planet, with maybe the very rare exception of Siamese twins that share the same brain or something like that. But yeah, we have our own minds, our own lives, our own individual circumstances that we place front and center. And I'm sorry, but the rest of society always gets a back seat. Everyone likes to say, let's sacrifice for the greater good. Well, there are some people that are stupid enough to fall for that. But the overwhelming bulk of majority of people, animals, plants, is they care about themselves first. Ooh, people say that's greedy, selfish, whatever. But no, if you're going to survive, flourish, or even exist on this planet, you have to please yourself first. Duh. But this is the problem with central planners. They're like, well, you should always subjugate yourself to me, to my edicts, to my opinion, to my force, my collective mysticism. And they're, like I say, they're like, what? It's not working out properly. Why is that? Like I said, until they figured out a way to turn all humans into a collective like the Borg, they're going to continue to have this slap in the face, so to speak, right? They're going to have that constantly happen to them. Their egos are, well, that's the problem with a narcissist or a sociopath. Their egos don't even understand that, yeah, maybe I better shut the fuck up and go put my head in the sand because I don't know as much as I thought I knew, right? But a narcissist doesn't understand that. They don't reflect on that. They just they got that tunnel vision. I see this way and that's the way I'm going to go. Who cares about the peripheral? Who cares what everyone else is doing? I'm just going this way, right? Even if I'm headed to a cliff in a rapid speed at a fast pace. Wow. Taxes and regulations, not just weak demand. Also to blame for the dead money phenomenon. The dead money phenomenon is because, people don't want to reinvest in these central planners are like fucking everything up and they're wondering, why are you investing? Well, because you fuckers are the ones that get to determine what's going on. Dumbasses. If I thought that I could just do what I wanted to do and you fuckers wouldn't have a way to circumvent or destroy everything that I've worked for, I would try it. But if I know that you have the ability to destroy my productive capacity and everything that I want to do, or my business model, or over-regulate or tax everything or plunder my wealth, these assholes act like it's a shocking revelation, but it's just, hey, humanity 101, and they haven't even reached that level. Think of the education these fuckers have attained over the course of their lives. To be a central planner, a central banker, or a government think of all this, not genuine education, mind you. What? Shh, don't tell them, but what they perceive as education, we know is just propaganda, just learn to regurgitate and repeat bullshit. They're just well-trained apes and seals, but they still believe it. And this is why they think the way they think. Business investment has been a source of serial disappointment since the last recession. This has been true globally, but especially in Canada. In 2012, Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney reprimanded companies over dead money in the sense that firms were holding more cash and not putting their balance sheets to work. They were scared of what the fuck the consequences were. They know that somebody has the ability to manipulate what they do. So it's like, they're smart business people, you dumbasses, but you want to insult and deride them for being smart business people. Well, whatever. Like I said, how's that working out for you? Not very well. The only parts of the industry that's growing are those that get the fucking, the cronies, right? They get to join into the government fucks and benefit, right? But the rest of the economy, which is the bulk, yeah, that's what the offset's still not working. All that shit you fuckers done, all the fucking unicorns you've created, and all, you still can't overwhelm the market. That sucks to be you fucks. He suggested that investment may be hampered by firms having unrealistic requirements on the rate of return of investments, particularly given the likelihood of a sustained low rate environment. They're saying we're giving you nothing, and you're why, you want more on your return on your investment than zero? Or like 0.25%? Or, oh, you greedy bastards, right? Central planners are such idiots. The conundrum of weak business investment in the non-resource sector is a critical issue. During the Conference Board of Canada's latest national forecast update, we were forced to lower the medium-term path of economic growth because businesses are not adding to the capital stock as one might expect. Stop falling for the Keynesian model. Keynes has been fucking with you people for so long, and you don't even realize that Keynes, he's dead, long dead, but he's laughing in his grave, man. Fuck. He's getting a kick out of you, idiot. Matter of fact, if he was alive today, he'd say, I didn't mean you to take it this far, fuckers. This was only, get over that temporary hump. I was saying, use the credit card in your times of need. But he wasn't saying, just live off your credit card, you dumbasses. See how people, that's the thing, the modern fucking, those that create the rhetoric and bullshit propaganda, they took the Keynesian model and they wrapped it up to the 3.4.5.0 model that we live in today, where it's like, there's no semblance of genuine economics anymore. It's not even Keynesian. It's, like I said, Keynesian 5.0. Wow. The conundrum of weak business investment in the non-resource. Okay. This is far-reaching consequences. For example, it means less capital per worker, which is an impediment to productivity and competitiveness. It also implies weaker national income growth, which constrains tax revenues to pay for economic. So it's left. Don't let people think that they can produce more, because if they produce more and you steal more, they're not going to want to produce more. I mean, if you're even go back to the slave days, right? If you're picking 300 pounds of cotton and your master doesn't give you anything more than if you pick 200 pounds of cotton, what's your incentive to pick 300 pounds of cotton? I mean, if they whip you for it, I mean, you might have a little bit more incentive to do it then, but I mean, that's just, when everyone else sees that, and everyone else sees that unless you create that's the beginning of the destruction of any central planning system, when everyone's like, oh, well, some people will recognize that I can't produce turns, so I guess I'm always going to be fucked. So they're going to rebel. They'll do whatever is needed necessary, whatever they deem necessary to fight against that shit. Because I can never meet that. I guess I better be just go against the master, get shot, get hung, or whatever. Because at least that way I'll show my kids or my offspring that at least I spoke up. But I don't want to go down as a slave, as a serf, as someone that couldn't. I mean, think about what they would say about someone that couldn't produce, right? On the level that they wanted. So it's all psychological. Wow. So why aren't firms investing? The most often cited reason is weak demand. Our index of business confidence last summer found that 44% of businesses noted weak market demand as an impediment to investment intentions. Given that the Canadian economy will grow well below 2% and the global economy will grow close to only 3% this year, it's hard to argue that business leaders are unduly pessimistic. So first of all, even when they're talking about this growth of 2 to 3%, whether it's domestically or globally, that only happens because the ECB's print money, Japan, the central bank of Japan's creating. The only growth that you're going to see at all is from stimulus from some central bank on the planet, because there's net negative. It's zero growth. It's recession. It's actually depressionary pressures that we're all experiencing, absent of central banks being able to print or pretend there's fake demand in the economy. There's not. There is not. The amount of demand that's required in this world now to keep everything on the positive scale is so rampant. People can't maintain, they can't keep up the pace. That's what's going on. So the system's going to have to crash some stage of the game. The old people aren't going to be able to run on that treadmill at 20 miles an hour for much longer. That's just the truth of the matter. You need to learn to recognize and realize that that's what's going to happen. Adjust and prepare yourself accordingly. That's my best advice to those of you who don't truly understand, is just adjust and prepare accordingly. Just prepare as if things were really dire. Even if you don't believe that's the case, if you prepare for that ultimate scenario, you'd be much better off in the long run. It's Canadian Libertarian. I love liberty.